Hello, this is Daniel. This is the first devlog for this new expansion development. I'm going to be trying to do one of these every week, or I should, just to keep everyone up to date on where I'm at with the fundraiser and all my goals. So currently, after 1 week, we are sitting at 70% of my main goal funded, and that's really cool. I'm really happy about that. I didn't know where this was going to go, but the fact that we have that many already is like so cool. And so I'm just starting to work on stuff. I'm like, when I saw this, I was like, wow, I have a lot of work to do. I set myself up to do all this stuff, so I better get going. So I really appreciate all the donations. What do you call it? I guess I'll call it a donation. But I really appreciate that. And even if you haven't, but if you even just retweeted or shared this somewhere or told someone, that really helps, I'm sure. So I'm happy with that so far. One thing I have not done is a whole lot of campaigning about this. I've basically done a few tweets, and so to have this result from just a few tweets is really great. But I need to do more. I have 3 weeks remaining, and so I need to do a lot of stuff that I don't like doing, aka advertising. So I haven't posted anything on like any Reddit subreddits or stuff like that. So I really have to like get out of my comfort zone and actually advertise. Normally I don't like to do it. I like to just sit here and work. But anyway, for the next 3 weeks, I think I can get this main goal taken care of probably pretty easy. I feel like I've got enough time. So here's the state of some of my goals. One of them, well, starting with the accessibility stuff, the fully pointer accessible user interface, this one was mostly done. I just had to fix a bunch of issues, mostly here in the upgrade screen. Well, there's more stuff to do. Like, just to open that, you have to aim for this little button in the lower right, which is kind of which is kind of awkward. But this interface for the loadout was a complete mess, but now it's all mostly works and is intuitive, and everything that looks like you can click it is clickable. So there's a few other things I want to do, like in order to get out of here you should be able to just click outside, I think, but instead you have to click this little back button. And I kind of want to add more like shortcuts, like maybe if you can click the logo in the upper left to exit screens, that would be cool. Or anyway, there's a lot of other things, and like if I reach my other goals to adding, you know, all the eye gaze stuff, then all this stuff will have to be really like nice and tight. And well, I don't know what that looks like right now, but we'll get to it. The other tasks I had: enlarge text in settings menus. This I really want to do this because the menus are all kind of a mess and they really need a refactor badly. There's so many settings menus and they're all kind of weird, and just to unify how all of them work, I think that'll be fun. But I haven't started on that yet. And then also blind accessible track editor, that kind of has a start already in that the game will randomly generate a track spline layout on a bunch of existing pieces. So I already have a bunch of those existing pieces. I just have to, anyway, we'll get to that. So I want to talk about the new story campaign. And what this is going to be is kind of a rogue-like, or what they say, roguelite. The game is going to generate a random layout of mission nodes. And I talked about this in my stream on Saturday. I stream every Saturday on this channel, so check that out. But it's going to generate a random tree of missions that I'm scrolling through right now, all kind of going downwards generally, but branching off. Right now this is generating like 50 nodes. Each one of these mission nodes will have a random track, a random objective, random bonus objectives, and random modifiers. And this is going to work a lot differently. As you dive down, you'll get one chance at every mission. If you get a bronze medal or whatever, then you're stuck with that bronze. And if you die, what I'm thinking, I don't know what the tuning is going to be yet. Will you have multiple lives or anything? I don't know. Right now what I'm thinking is that if you die, this entire tree of missions resets. And the upgrades, how that works, it's going to be completely different currency and a whole different upgrade system from the main campaign. So everyone that comes into this new campaign starts with nothing, and you're going to have to like re-earn credits and stuff. So I said there's random mission objectives. I want to come up with tons of new, I have so many ideas for like new mission types, instead of just like the accuracy, racing, timed missions, whatever. I want to come up with a whole different set of missions that really fit the mood. There's kind of going to be a little less racing, and I want this to feel like dangerous, because the story is that you're diving into this network, and it should feel like a hostile environment. So, for instance, like one thing I want to do a lot is checkpoints. Like if I split each track into 5 sections, and then I can have, like, maybe you need to hit a certain accuracy for each section, or you need to, like, you can only miss so many notes in each section, and if you do, if you meet those goals for each section, you can go through, but if you don't, then it will deal damage to you, just like a damaging barrier. So I'm thinking of ideas like that, or if it's like a speed threshold, so you have to drive through each gate over a speed threshold, or otherwise it will like do damage to your rig, like a lot of damage. So I'm thinking of new mission types. Also, each mission is gonna have random modifiers on it, like maybe I have a whole bunch of ideas. I didn't write them down. I'm going off my notes, but like maybe you don't heal as much, or maybe your health drains or something, or maybe like every time you use boost power it does damage to you or something. So the combination of random track and a random mission objective and these random modifiers is going to mean that every time you play, you're going to get a completely different challenge. You don't know what's going to come. And anyway, I'm still working on like the overall progression. Like I want to hide, you know, bosses and maybe items and like stuff in here, because you're not going to heal between each mission. Maybe there'll be like healing nodes that will refill your health or something like that. But as you can see, this just goes down, 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 and the difficulty gets higher and higher as you go down. And so maybe you'll be able to upgrade the tree to give you more rewards but higher difficulty. So, and that gets into a whole Skinner box thing where you're just like iterating over and over to like increase your power over and over again. So that's the campaign so far, and I will be releasing alpha. I guess it's going to be alpha-ish at this point. As soon as I get this to somewhere where you can basically just play it, I'll start releasing those test builds to people that hit that, what is it called, tier on the Indiegogo. So last thing I want to talk about is this arcade style controller. Now, this was like the highest tier. I want to make a bunch of these, one for myself, obviously. And these are going to be like, they're going to be made out of this, I've worked with it before. It's pretty good stuff, but it's fiberboard that has like a coating on top. And it's going to be laser cut. It's going to be pretty good. So what the controller is, I'll just describe it. It's this is going to be in inches, only because I don't have any metric measuring tools here. Everything I have is inches. So it'll be, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 18 inches wide, a couple inches tall, maybe 8 inches deep. So it's a fairly big box. It's going to have 4 of these 2 by 2 inch buttons that will be used for the 4 column notes, kind of right in the middle. And it's going to have 2 joysticks, one on each side, to use for zigzags, and then for the jump notes. Right now, I don't know what the plan is going to be. There's I'm thinking about using 2 separate of these 2x1 smaller buttons. Maybe I'll just use one, I don't know. I was kind of measuring to see like how close are these to the joysticks. I don't want you to be able to touch these jump buttons and the joystick at once with one hand. So anyway, right now it's all pretty early. There's also a boost button up on the top above the column buttons, and then an escape button on the upper left. So how this is gonna work, I have some of these buttons and things, but I do not have, and I also just got the Arduinos that I'm gonna use for this, and that'll be fun to figure out. I don't have any joysticks, and so I'm gonna have to order some, and what I'm probably gonna do is get just a piece of plywood and, you know, try to organize, drill some holes, place the controls, and see how it feels. So right now, when I'm just looking at it here in Blender, like I don't know how this feels quite yet. So there's gonna be some work to figure all that out. I'm pretty excited about this. This is a really fun thing to do. But well, there's even more work. I have to, when you get the laser cut stuff, you have to create very detailed plans for what, you know, each piece is gonna be, and then you have to, like, I don't know, where every little screw hole is gonna be, every little bracket, and then also all the screws, washers, brackets, wires, all that stuff. I have to like figure out exactly what I need for each one, and it's a whole project, but it'll be fun. And right now I'm gonna make one for me, and then I have one order for one of these. And I hope the $500 price point, that's not what this costs. It's the cost of me to actually taking time to develop it. So hopefully people understand that. Like, just putting this together is gonna be a lot of work, and then even though this is it's just like even a prototype, so anyway, we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's all that I wanted to talk about. So I appreciate all the support I got so far. For the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be hopefully trying to market this whole fundraiser and this expansion. So wish me luck, share stuff, and if you haven't, and if you can, I would appreciate just any amount of donation, as the expansion I think is going to cost at least $10, but you can get it if you just donate $5. So I think that's a great deal. So thanks for watching. More videos will come every week, and bye.